This is a pre-recorded podcast from Awaken with Mark. We're meeting with Jackie Cumber. She's originally from Ghana. In this particular session, she explains the origin of her dream, which was to build a special needs school, hence the title, Ghana Building a Business Dream. She covers environmental influence, family roots, dream shifting, and market research. If you're new to our channel, Awaken with Mark is about what happens when an African American family relocates to the continent. Also, for consultation or courses or guidance to begin your personal epic East African relocation, just email us at awakenwithmark@gmail.com. And now, Karibu, join us on our journey.
Okay. The dream then became twofold. So after I was dreaming that part, then I realized that in my own family, my that side of the family, that we actually have given away our probably most valuable resource, which is land. I don't think most people know, or at least a lot of people, in Ghana, I think they're becoming aware, but I don't think they realize that they've given away their resources that are people crave overseas.
Yes.
And so they are tempted by money. And so somebody comes and says, I'll give you such and such money for your land, and then they sell.
And so they get this one-time lump, and now this resource that could have served them like a goose that lays golden eggs, that could have served them for years into the future and generations, is gone.
It's gone. So at some point, I'm very close with my biological father. I've been blessed. I've been very close to all my parents. And so at some point, one of my uncles, I have 10 aunts and uncles. Let me not go into that.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes. That's going to be maybe a future podcast right there. Go ahead.
Yes, I need to write a book. But at some point, one of my eldest uncles passed away, and he was the one that my grandfather entrusted with his land and his resources in his village. And long story short, let's just say he sold off a lot of the land, and then the other parts of the family stopped taking over. And so most of myself and my 77 cousins, I'm talking about just first cousins.
Right.
We don't really have any of those resources available to us. So when I go to Ghana, I'm staying with my dad or I'm staying in a hotel. I don't have anything that belongs to me.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
So here I am dreaming about opening something in Ghana. Well, Jackie, where are you going to stay when you go to Ghana? You don't have a land. You don't have a place to stay. Are you going to continue to stay in hotels?
Wow.
So then,
yeah. Go ahead.
So then the dream I modified the dream and said, let me buy land for myself and for my family now. So that when we go, we have something that is ours and we have a home that we can just go to, right? So that took precedence to the first dream, which is opening the resource center.
Okay. Yeah, because you're going to need a home base.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's your husband and wonderful daughter think of this?
Actually, when I went, my husband, who had never been to Ghana, he's Black American, by the way. My mother-in-law. So when I went to Ghana in 2018, I took everyone with me. And yes, it was an expensive trip, but I took everyone with me, and they loved it.
Great.
And then when we went, I had already purchased the land, and so we actually went, and it was freshly excavated, so we could see it.
Wow.
And you could actually see the rich soil. It's so red.
Oh man. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Slow down for me. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen with our flow chart here, but anyway, so Ghana. Okay, How big is? Give me. How big is Ghana? Give me a like the size of Texas. What? I don't know.
It's about the size of New York State.
Thank you. Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay. And I guess you're telling me it has rich red soil, very fertile.
Yes, it's very fertile, it's very rich, and um, I it was we were all very pleased, you know.
Uh huh. And
So from 2018, of course, you need money, and that's the one part that people need to also put in consideration as far as the resources that you're going to need to achieve that dream, right?
yeah, money makes.
One of them.
You telling me money makes things work?
Oh yes, Mark. Money makes the world go round, right? A lot of money and a lot of prayer. So
Yeah.
when I bought the land, then I had to hire an architect to. By the way things work in Ghana is very different from the way things work here in the U.S.
Yeah. Explain
Where
it.
in Ghana you're paying us, you're going. There's no loan.
Oh, okay.
And I think I remember you mentioning it's how do you say it, like a grocery list, like an itemized list, whereas you get a big loan here and that takes care
Yeah,
of all the nuances.
exactly.
You tell it, not me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you got it right. You itemize what you need and you pay as you go. Whereas in the U.S., we're so used to, you want the house, you get the big loan, and you pay the loan in small increments, but you owe the bank. Whereas here, it's itemized. So I bought the land. I had to go through the. I'm sorry. I have a 5-year-old who just interrupted. Um,
No problem.
I
It's real.
Yes. So I had to go through the local chief first, to the local chief and the local king to get the land,
Whoa,
and then
wow. The local chief and the local king. Because on my chart paper, and people who know me, it's the flip chart, man. You know that, Jackie. I got government, permits, license, politics, and you telling you're not even on my list. You got the chief and the
oh yeah, you gotta start. You start from the local. You go to the chief.
Local
The
people.
chief,
Okay.
communicates with the king, and you buy the land from them. They give you the paperwork. You register. Then you register it with the government.
wow. Okay.
And so of course, everybody wants you to lubricate their hand before you go to the next step.
I have a question. How did you know how much land you needed? How did you come up with that?
So my dad originally. So at that time, my dad was the liaison, and he will go to the government office and look at what land was for sale, what's available, what's been cleared and zoned to be sold.
Okay.
And then he will send me the information, and then I'll see the size of the
Oh,
land, and so if you want to buy one, they call it plots.
mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I guess the plot might be acre here.
Okay,
I'm not
thank you.
sure how
Yeah,
that is.
that really helps.
Plot
Yeah.
of land. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure if the plot is equals an acre, but that's how they go by. They call it plots.
Right.
And so when I looked at the diagrams and I looked at the sizes, I realized that I needed 2 plots instead of 1.
Okay.
Well, when you said plot, I'm thinking back to years ago, like in the slavery. They did, like back in the day, they got a
Uh-huh.
plot of land. So like you say, we don't know what. So I've heard that term before. But go on. I just have to think about it.
So we got the land, and then I hired the architect, and of course this has been between 2018 and now.
Yeah.
So a lot of back and forth. The end diagram is beautiful. It's about 8 rooms in the house with the kitchen, garage, everything. And the architect is paid. The architect and his people are paid, and so that's the end of that. And so now we've hired the builder, and as I'm talking, the foundation is already laid, and they are working on the first and second floors.
Wow.
So it's in process.
Yes.
And
way to go! Wait, well, congratulations on.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
Wow.
you've done more than put the shovel in the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.